Here are some of the Star Hill supplies that we utilize for sharpening. We use a roller for flat grinds, for hollow grind, or a shoulder grind like a Star Hill chisel. We generally do that by hand. Here's a prototype sharpening station that we've designed for chisels. It's got 400 through 1200 grit stones, plus a strop with stropping compound. We utilize Windex, a tip from Powell Cellars, because it doesn't rust the stone. And if you don't have a sharpening station, any stone that's got a rough, maybe 400, 300 grit on one side and 800, 1200 grit on the other side, plus a strop is all that's really needed for sharpening. Today we're going to talk about sharpening a Star Hill chisel. These chisels have a shoulder grind, which is a rounded shoulder, and a very refined cutting edge. The cutting edge is maybe 1/32, right up near the tip of the chisel. I've utilized a hollow grind for decades, and over the last 5 years, I've shifted over to this shoulder grind methodology. And a couple of things: is the chisel is light, it's nimble, it feels really well. One of the real substantial benefits to this is that it sharpens very, very easily. So to sharpen this, what we're concerned with is just this very tip, both the front and the back. We've got our sharpening stone here. So we're just going to add a little bit of Windex. Because this chisel is in good shape, I'm going to start right at the 1000 grit. I add just a little bit of Windex. Then we'll take my chisel. I'm going to position it high, lock in my upper body, and then I'm going to move it back and forth. And what I'm doing is just rocking my hips back and forth. Doesn't take a whole lot. Once that side is complete, I'm going to go ahead and do the back side just to keep it very tip flat. And I may have we'll shift over to our 1200 grit. With 1200 grit, again, the chisel's going to be high. I'm really putting kind of a micro bevel on the edge. And I'm gonna lock in my upper body. I can do it this way, just one direction, or I can go back and forth. It's personal preference as to what methodology works best for you. I'm just trying to get that very tip. I'm going to roll it over, flatten the back, and we're going to remove any residual burr. If we were down to, if the chisel was in really rough shape, or there was a ding or something like that, we might move down to the 400, 600 and work our way up. Because this chisel is just being used normally, there wasn't any issues with it. I started at 1000, went to 1200, and then we're just going to strop. We're stropping. I'm just polishing. The strop has been charged with polishing compound and using green. I'm just pulling my chisel right over the top, and then I'm going to just check the back. And a lot of times, if you're working in pine, just stropping your chisel once or twice a day is enough and doesn't necessarily need. Once we have it sharpened up, we're just really looking to make sure that it just smoothly removes material. You should leave a nice, smooth surface underneath there. And just like with any chisel, it's just little bits at a time that you kind of work with.